You're listening to an African Elements top news story for April 11th, 2025. Please visit our website at africanelements.org for more daily news. Dexter Reed, tinted windows shooting, settlement update. On March 21st, 2024, another black life was tragically cut short by Chicago police. Dexter Reed, only 26 years old, was driving his vehicle when plainclothes officers initiated a traffic stop. The initial reason given was a seatbelt violation. However, this justification later shifted to tinted windows, raising immediate questions about the stop's legitimacy. Body cam footage reveals a rapid, aggressive escalation by officers who approached Reed's car without clearly identifying themselves. This encounter ended with officers firing an astonishing 96 rounds in just 41 seconds. Dexter Reed was struck 13 times by the hail of bullets. An autopsy confirmed the devastating impact. 4 shots hit his buttocks, 2 struck his chest, thigh, and leg each, and 1 hit his shoulder and knee. His death was ruled a homicide. While police later stated a handgun was recovered from Reed's vehicle, crucially, no available video evidence shows him holding or brandishing a weapon during the stop. Furthermore, reports indicate officers continued firing, even as Reed appeared to exit the car with his hands raised and after he had already collapsed to the ground. The sheer volume of gunfire raises serious concerns about excessive force. In the aftermath of this tragic event, the city of Chicago proposed a $1.25 million settlement to Dexter Reed's family. This move aimed to resolve potential legal claims stemming from the shooting. However, the proposed settlement has become a point of contention within the Chicago City Council. Some council members are questioning whether the payout is justified, suggesting the city might reject the agreement. Critics argue that Reed allegedly shot first, a claim used to absolve the officers of liability. This narrative, however, conflicts with the lack of video evidence showing Reed firing a weapon. Conversely, other aldermen are warning against rejecting the settlement. They caution that taking the case to a jury could result in a significantly higher payout for the city if the officers are found liable for wrongful death. Ultimately, the debate highlights the deep divisions over police conduct and city liability. Dexter Reed's family isn't waiting for the city's decision on the settlement. They have filed a federal wrongful death lawsuit, asserting the traffic stop itself was unconstitutional. The lawsuit argues that the stop was pretextual, meaning officers used a minor alleged infraction, tinted windows or a seatbelt violation, as an excuse to investigate Reed without valid suspicion of a more serious crime. This practice is widely criticized for enabling racial profiling, disproportionately targeting black and brown communities. Indeed, Chicago's Civilian Office of Police Accountability initially raised concerns about the stop's justification. COPA later revealed the officers involved lacked a valid reason to suspect Reed of wrongdoing before they aggressively escalated the encounter. While records show Reed had a revoked firearm owner's identification card and previous charges, this doesn't automatically justify the stop or the lethal force used, especially given the lack of video evidence corroborating police claims he brandished a gun. Therefore, the family's lawsuit positions Reed's death within a larger pattern of discriminatory policing practices. The question of accountability looms large in the Dexter Reed case. One of the officers involved in the fatal shooting resigned from the Chicago Police Department in November 2024. Strikingly, she subsequently joined a police force in Tip City, Ohio, apparently after passing a background check. This move effectively allowed her to sidestep any potential disciplinary action from CPD related to Reed's death. Reed's family has strongly criticized this development, highlighting it as a failure of accountability. They point out that the officer and other officers involved remain employed in law enforcement despite documented aggressive tactics. Furthermore, the family's lawsuit underscores a disturbing history, noting that the officers involved in Reed's shooting had accumulated 24 prior complaints against them for alleged unwarranted and unconstitutional stops, often targeting minorities. This pattern raises serious questions about supervision and whether warning signs were ignored long before the deadly encounter with Dexter Reed. Copyright African Elements.